The animal kingdom is one place where the strong truly survive and the weak are left in the rubble.
Let it go, Tonks, let's go!
Although this is usually the case most of the time, there are a few exceptions to that rule. In some cases, even the weak fight back, and when this happens, they tend to forget how truly outmatched they are, that they go ahead and mess with the wrong opponent. Fortunately for us, some of these moments have been captured on camera, and we've gathered them together for you to see today. Join us as we have a look at 30 animals that messed with the wrong opponent. Number 30. Cat defending its owner from a bear. Cats are mysteriously known to be very confident in the grand scheme of things. They sometimes have no fear when executing daring moves, and this video perfectly depicts their confidence. The cat in the video, whose name was Tigger, was in a car park with its owner when a bear mysteriously appeared. Suddenly, Tigger arches his back and slowly walks toward the black bear, standing next to the car. The owner became frightened, fearing what could happen, so he called his cat back to protect him.
Tigger, come back. Tigger.
But Tigger didn't listen. The next second, we see the black bear become intimidated by Tigger as it turns and runs away, and with a little cat chasing after it. Number 29. Goat versus bull. Although they may both be herbivores, they sometimes quarrel despite the difference in size. Luckily, a passerby captured this event on camera, and it was so astonishing to witness the animal skirmish. The video is comprised of two bulls and a goat in a field, each going on about its own business as they graze, but things didn't seem peaceful as both species suddenly found a fault. As a result, one bull and a goat held a standoff. Tempers began to flare in the sun-kissed field as the bull suddenly charges towards the goat. The goat was also up for the fight though, and no one was ready to back down. This led to both animals running towards each other in a charge. They would hit each other with a fierce crack and then drop to the ground. Turns out, the bull looked to be completely unconscious, but the dazed goat swiftly got back to his feet, victorious in the shocking battle. Number 28. Duck playing around with tiger. Are you familiar with the game Marco Polo? Well, it turns out that animals are aware of the game and love to play it as well. This duck in particular is a huge fan. This took place at a wildlife park in Australia, where none of the visitors were expecting to have witnessed such an encounter between a wild duck and a tiger. The duck must have been the bravest or even craziest duck to ever waddle and swim on Earth's surface, with its adventurous decision to play a dangerous game of Marco Polo. Although the duck may have found it fun, playing hide-and-seek with a Sumatran tiger was dangerous. The duck can be seen swimming around, daring the tiger to catch it, but it kept diving under the surface, dodging the tiger's chase. This continued until the duck stressed the tiger out, making it give up and letting it take over the pool. Number 27. Warthog chasing leopard. Sometimes the confidence of these animals can become strange, but when it comes to a mother's love in times of danger, it's a different level that cannot be questioned. This video showcases when a hungry leopard searching for its next meal ambushed a baby warthog. The warthog never noticed it until the last moment, but could run once it noticed the danger. The danger also gave it a good chase. Fortunately for the baby warthog, its mother was there to defend it, and the mother warthog chased the leopard back and even knocked the big cat in the process. Number 26. Monkey versus crocodile. Monkeys can be quite frustrating creatures with their stubbornness, but it sometimes backfires. A similar situation happened to a monkey, but it could easily escape the camouflaged crocodile's jaws. The clip begins with a young baboon's head clamped between the crocodile's teeth, and it frantically screaming for help. A fellow monkey tries to come in, but was scared of ending up the same way, so it left the screaming monkey to fight for itself. The young baboon began to fight for its life by spinning around and standing on the crocodile's head. Miraculously, the monkey could pry its head out of the beast's jaw before scampering away. Number 25. Dramatic elephant versus human. Who knew that elephants could throw a tantrum? No one had any idea until this footage of an Indian elephant storming into a canteen was streamed all over the internet, and almost immediately after stepping into the canteen, it was shown shoving tables and chairs out of its way while walking towards a group of men who were crouching in the corner. In defense, one of the men tried to scare the elephant away as it raised a piece of wood on the fire, but the elephant was not buying it at all. Eventually, the men gathered courage and went toward it in a group with a fire stick, which scared the elephant off. Perhaps it just wanted a beer. Number 24. Mother Gemsbach saves her child from attack. A mother's love is truly undeniable, and that's pretty factual. Another video proves it right when this matured Gemsbach saves a calf from becoming a cheetah's meal. The Gemsbach were grazing before a group of cheetahs chased them down, and unfortunately, a calf was caught in the speedy chase. The mother, noticing that her calf was missing, returned to take back her pride. As she went, she was met by two cheetah cubs about to begin snacking on her precious child, transforming the Gemsbach into supreme fury. Out of anger, she headbutted the first cheetah before advancing to save her child from the other one's jaws, and after freeing her child, she returned to chase the cheetahs away, denying them the meal they had once caught. Number 23. Cats versus tigers. House cats literally fear no one, not even other big cats. This shocking video made the rounds on the internet after it was posted by an official from a zoo. The video shows a tiger in a cage and a house cat inspecting it from the outside. The cat keeps staring at the big cat, which in turn seemed to gain interest in the little animal. The tiger then moved softly toward the cat, but it turned out to be the house cat who preferred watching from a distance. As the tiger moves towards the cat, the house cat tries to scare the tiger away, and it truly got the tiger frightened. What a weird situation. Number 22. Jaguar attacking crocodile. This footage shows a jaguar jumping from the top of a tree into the water to capture a crocodile. The big cat stalked the caiman crocodile for over an hour before staging his attack. Suddenly, it jumps into the water and fights with the caiman for nearly 10 minutes, and eventually, the jaguar wins the battle by sinking its teeth into the crocodile's weak spot. Number 21. Monkey pulling tiger's ears. Gibbon monkeys are known for their mischief, so seeing them torment some tigers just minding their own business was not only shocking but also hilarious. In the video, it's clear to see two tiger cubs resting in the forest until one of them decides to have some fun. Unfortunately, though, the monkey decides to join the party. To their dismay, the monkey's idea of fun did not align with theirs, as the gibbon kept yanking the tiger's ears. He did this until the cubs became provoked and tried to attack, but that didn't happen, so they simply left. Number 20. Elephant versus rhino. Now, we often regard lions as being the king of the jungle, but there are far bigger animals than the lion, which can easily stomp them with one foot. These would be the elephants and rhinos. Both animals never seem to be in anyone's face, but this particular set decided to pick a fight about who the actual king was. The rhino and the elephant were both in the same space, but suddenly the elephant wants to become playful. The rhino was not interested. The elephant was oblivious to the situation and tried to engage his fellow animal, but the rhino only became provoked, which made it charge at the elephant. In the end, though, it changed its mind, stopping short of crashing into the elephant. Perhaps it just had a change of heart. Number 19. Acrobatic wildebeest. Surviving in the wild is no easy feat, especially when you're facing danger, so having an acrobatic wildebeest running on air just to escape the jaws of a lion is mind-blowing. This particular wildebeest became encircled between a pack of hunting lions and a river, but somehow scales through it with amazing bravery and agility. In the video, you'll see it escape a lioness and also jump over two others. In slow motion, the wildebeest even kicked a lioness who had tried to catch it in the air. It escaped narrowly with a distance of only 2 feet before escaping into the river and out of sight. Number 18. Zebra kicks lion. In wildlife, there are wins and losses, which can either mean a win for the predator or a loss for the prey, but it could be otherwise. In this case, the predator, a lion, would lose his game to a zebra. He had almost had it but slipped at the last minute, and that only gave the zebra a window of opportunity to escape. Not only did that zebra escape, but it also pounded the lion's face in the dust with its legs before stampeding away. Number 17. Water snake versus snapping turtle. As children, going down to the creek or the river would have our mothers telling us to watch out for snakes and turtles and other such wildlife, and that's because snapping turtles can be dangerous, even though they may look really gentle. That is well evidenced by this footage showing a snapping turtle catching a snake in its jaws and then clamping down and holding onto it until it was dead. It just goes to show that these gentle, silent giants can also have a vicious side. Number 16. Snake and Mother Rabbit. It takes some kind of strength to always appear when mothers need to deliver their babies from danger, and this is a theory that's been proven time and time again. Rabbits are known to be very soft animals and always prone to attack, so seeing a mother defending her babies from a venomous snake, that's just thrilling and would have you on the edge of your seat. This video shows a mother rabbit springing into action and defending her offspring. A snake was wrapped around them, and seeing the intrusion, she defends her babies from the snake, kicking it really hard with her leg. Rabbits are known to have powerful legs, so you're sure that the snake got a hard whipping it would not easily forget. Number 15. Honey badger and lions. If there's another animal that's dangerously confident in the animal world, it would be the honey badger. These animals can prey on even predators, despite their small bodies. They're not to be joked with, and any animal that thinks otherwise always ends up dead or regretting it. However, this pack of lions did not want to be on the receiving end of a furious badger, so they behaved, although not immediately but eventually. 2 honey badgers stopped in an area that was full of a pride of lions, and they thought that they had gotten a free meal, but they only knew that they could have regretted it. 6 lions surrounded 1 badger, but they couldn't do anything, and so out of frustration they let it go. Number 14. Honey badger and snake. This snake must have thought that it had met a raccoon or a huge rabbit that it could prey upon, but it was wrong, and it cost it dearly. The snake delivered the first strike but missed because of the badger's speed. Knowing that it had made a mistake, it then tried to make a run for it, but the badger was faster. It swiftly caught up with it and dragged it by the tail before delivering a powerful bite to the snake's head, cutting it off and devouring it whole. Number 13. Snakes and mongoose. Snakes and the mongoose are each other's deadliest enemies. This is because the mongoose is immune to a certain amount of snake venom, so it never fears being attacked. Snakes can sometimes be stubborn, though, preferring to go and attack the habitats of their enemies. This would turn out to be a fierce battle, but the snake knew that it was not going to escape if it didn't deal the perfect blow. Thankfully, in the end it did, and it escaped the grips of the mongoose to live another day. Number 12. Snake and alligator. There are some snakes in the world that can be at the top of the food chain. Some of them can be downright deadly to the point that they can kill you within minutes. However, sometimes a snake can become too confident and comfortable in their skin, and they believe that every animal can be defeated by them. You may want to dispute this, but how would a snake deem it fit to attack an alligator if it wasn't too confident? Well, this python did, and we're about to get to the heart of its story. This snake saw the alligator as a potential meal and made an advance, not knowing that it was making a very big mistake. It would learn the hard way when the alligator had it in 2 strong bites, but fortunately it was able to escape, likely never to try that again. Number 11. Elephant versus lions. There's always been a huge debate about who the king of the jungle is between the elephant and the lion. This video may just do that question some justice. In this video, a pride of lionesses are circling a young elephant with a plan to attack, and they did attack, but all of them could not take down the elephant, sadly due to its thick skin. 1 elephant and 14 lionesses. Does the debate about the king of the jungle still need to be argued? Number 10. Elephant versus crocodile. In all of its glory, the elephant is a majestic animal that commands respect with its presence. Although huge and intimidating in size, the elephant does not have any trouble with other animals except on certain occasions. This can be when it's under threat or hostility. However, this mother elephant executes a deadly assault on a crocodile that left it in a very terrible state. The elephant began the assault by pushing the reptile underwater before stomping it. She also encircles the crocodile with her trunk and throws it at one point. Because she didn't have tusks, she had to rely on her trunk, head, mouth, and feet to carry out the assault. And I don't think that the crocodile is going to have survived that kind of assault. Number 9. Giraffe versus giraffe. Sometimes your own species can be your worst enemy. Have you ever seen giraffes fighting? Well, today's your lucky day. These very tall creatures can look ridiculously funny when fighting, and it's a whole different thing to see. These giraffes probably disagreed about some certain choices, and so they decided to settle it with a neck fight. Both of the animals kept swinging and flinging their necks towards each other for many moments, yet they stood beside each other as though they were having a conversation. One of the giraffes would later win the fight, as the other giraffe swung its neck so hard it topples over the edge. Number 8. Giraffe versus lion. Giraffes don't seem to have a whole lot of predators due to their intimidating stature, but lions, on the other hand, still see them as prey. This is why they seldom attack them, and the giraffes show their strength in those cases, just like the one in this clip. The lions can be seen trying everything within their power to bring the giraffe down, but the very tall animal kicks them down effortlessly in order to defend itself. This would go on until the lions had become tired of the hunt. Number 7. Octopus versus eagle. Even in aquatic life, animals can tend to mess with the wrong opponent, as was the case with this bald eagle who was caught between the tentacles of an octopus. The eagle was caught in the trap while it initially wanted to attack the octopus, but the octopus turned out to be much smarter. This footage was taken by a couple of fishermen who were heading home before they heard the eagle's cries as it fought against the squid. After examining the situation, they decided to pull the animals closer to their boat and then slowly peel the octopus from the eagle, saving its life for another day. Number 6. Moray eel versus octopus. While octopuses can capture some animals, they also fall prey to others as well. This octopus would be walking along the ocean floor when it suddenly became attacked by a moray eel. This moray eel was quite vicious, but the octopus was lucky enough to escape. Number 5. Octopus versus sharks. What comes to mind when you hear of a battle between an octopus and a shark? Taking a shark's side sounds like the better and more valid option, but perhaps you should think again. The giant Pacific octopus brings a different perception to the table. This species of octopus can kill a shark as they use their tentacles to hold the prey down while puncturing and tearing at the prey's flesh with their sharp beak. Number 4. Baboons versus leopards. Baboons and leopards are not often a perfect fit when together, as these two animals have not exactly been on the same page. In fact, if a group of baboons finds a leopard alone, it may well get killed. This leopard on the tree almost suffers the same fate, but it escaped, thankfully. The leopard was on the tree to hunt the baboon initially, but the tables turned, and the baboon staged its own attack. That attack would throw the leopard off guard and make it hang from the tree's branches before eventually falling to the ground. And once it fell, it ran to the bushes and hid until the coast was clear. Number 3. Kangaroo versus dog. Kangaroos are usually not to be messed with, but clearly this dog did not seem to get the memo. Two dogs chased the kangaroo into the woods, and as the dogs enjoyed the thrill of the chase, they ran in pursuit. Little did they know that these kangaroos were setting a trap for them. Kangaroos are often known to lay an ambush in watering holes. Well, they will lay in wait for their attacker to come close before holding the assailant down in the water until they drown. This dog almost suffered the same fate, but in the end it ended up surviving. Number 2. Kangaroo and humans. This one's rather hilarious, as it all began between a kangaroo and a dog. But the dog's owner was present and saw that his dog was in danger, so he went there to rescue his pet. When the man arrived at the scene, the kangaroo reluctantly left his dog and suddenly stood up to face the man. The man, ready for a fight, threw the first punch at the kangaroo, and that seemed to daze the animal as it stood there, not returning a punch.
Let it go, Tom. Let's go.
I guess it messed with the wrong opponent after all. Number 1. Leopard messing with porcupine. Trying to attack a porcupine is probably one of the worst, or perhaps the worst decision a predator could ever make. However, this leopard did not seem to think very much about it because he was just too hungry to consider the repercussions. The leopard kept going towards the porcupine in a bid to attack, but it only ended up being pricked and injured, while the porcupine only moved from one place to another as the bleeding leopard kept on following. That's all for now on the animals that mess with the wrong opponent. Let us know your thoughts about these encounters in the comments down below.